We are the Hollywood Paranormal Detectives.
That's right, we are. Once again, I regret to inform you that our magical guests have canceled, just like Pete Bakeman's World of the Psychic. No one will come on this show because they think I'm a fraud. I'm just kidding. We had our good friends scheduled and they canceled, but we'll always be here for you. If you need paranormal talk, we're always here for you. I'm always here from you. And of course, Mandy Maisie's always here for you.
I'm always here.
That is right. Mandy, welcome.
Thank you.
We are 1 week into the Kia Mill hitting on Paraflix.
Woohoo!
In case you don't know, everyone watched. I took the team down to Marietta, California to investigate one of the oldest structures in the entire state. A grain elevator that was built in 1918 and closed in the 1970s after a massive fire. It's over 100 feet tall and was considered at one time the most haunted location in the entire state. The Kia Mill. We are the Hollywood Paranormal Detectives. Here we go again.
Where did he go?
I just saw a, lady in white.
Thought that I just saw a man standing there.
Say goodnight.
Whoa!
Good night.
What?
Like, good
That
night.
was crazy. I heard that. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer due.
You can watch that
Yes.
right now on Paraflix. And you know what, guys? In a few weeks, there's going to be a special edition. Maybe not even a few weeks. Maybe even this week. There's going to be a special edition with some bonus footage.
Woohoo! Everyone loves bonus footage.
Bonus footage. I don't know what the Brian
Exciting.
Man is. Where's the Brian Man?
I don't know. Fell off the face of the earth.
He fell off the face of the earth. Well, last week we had a no call, no show from our good friends, and now we got another no call, no show. But you people watching, please ask us questions, especially right now. We will answer any question you ask about the world of the paranormal.
Oh, hi, Melissa and Corey. Yay.
Hi. Well,
They're
you
from
showed-
Forget Me Not Paranormal, and they are fabulous. Oh my gosh, if Corey's watching, hold on, Corey, you have to see this. Okay, let me show you what I got.
What is
This
it?
is-
What is it?
It's not paranormal related, but I have to show it.
Wait, is it awkward?
No, so I collect Civil War antiques.
That's
This is a little
paranormal.
post Civil War, but it is a electoral ticket promoting Grant and Wilson
There's
for
a hole in the
president.
middle.
And yeah, it's a docket hole. Leave it alone. It's a docket hole. Promoting
Docket
Grant as president and Wilson as vice president. 1872. I just got this bad boy in the mail. Woohoo!
Woo!
Look at that.
That is
Original.
badass.
Original. It's very cool. I'm really excited about it.
Now, is that hole from somebody voting, like putting a hole through the ballot, or
Mhm.
that's what that is? See?
But Corey's a Civil War collector as well.
Oh,
So it's just from one enthusiast to another.
I'm sure he's losing his mind right now.
I hope so. It's really cool.
Be on the lookout on Paraflix. There's a link in our About section of our YouTube or in the link tree of any of our social media. You can go to straight to Paraflix, use promo code HPD10, and I think it's on sale, right, Mandy?
It is 25% off. They have the code directly on their website at the top, and it's Para PARAFLIXX Paraflix.
That's right. You
Check
can
it
watch all 4 seasons on HPD, but season 4 is exclusive.
And I'm on that one, so
Yeah.
it's even more special.
And another way to see Mandy is the Patreon only investigation of Camarillo
That's
State
very true.
Hospital.
That's very true.
That's the only, only 6 people have seen that episode, which is kind of neat.
Patrons. Yeah,
They
is
earn
cool.
it. They
Yeah,
earned it.
you earn it.
Well, if we're talking about old episodes, we can go all the way back to HPD season 2, before Mandy, and I think you were watching by now.
Mhm.
We went to the Queen Mary. I wish Brian was here to reminisce.
I know. Best location.
The Queen Mary, we've only covered B340 because I want to go back. I feel like as an LA-based team, we should be synonymous. When they say Queen Mary, they should say HPD. They should,
because I want to go back. I miss it. I haven't been since pre-COVID.
I mean, if I give you a mission to get us in, do you accept?
I accept.
Okay, call. I want you to call like a crazy person and get us back in the Queen Mary.
Oh, man. That'd be so amazing.
Well, first, let me show you. We checked in.
Hold on, though. I'm curious, though, to see how it's changed activity-wise, energetically, since it's been closed down for COVID.
Are they coming out more because no one's there?
I don't know. Like when the Holzer files went, they went during COVID while it was shut down and they investigated there.
Yeah.
And from what it seemed like, the energy that they picked up on was completely different than what I remember it being like.
More
dark.
Well, I know Paranormal Files went too. He spent the whole night by himself. So did the Fuck It List guys.
Just makes you think how no physical human interaction can really affect the way a location will turn out.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'd be cool to go back though and see how different
I would love to get there before it opens.
That would be cool.
Anybody watching, if you can get us in, please.
If you know how, and it doesn't cost a fortune.
And the Cecil.
And the Cecil. And the Biltmore.
Well, the Biltmore, we can do it. We just got to plan it,
but
and it's going to cost a little change, but it's going to happen. And I want to make sure Patty can go. So
she was just there.
Yeah.
She's just there. Shout out to Patty.
She just sent me a nice text. Just, hey, friend, haven't heard from you. Just checking in. Glad you're doing great.
Why is she the nicest person
Hope to
ever?
work together soon. Like, anyway, Brian Ray. Boom. And yours truly. We check into B340 on the Queen Mary. We don't see this until I review it weeks later.
So good. Okay.
But just watching it just now to upload it to here, it's better than I remembered. Check this shit out. The energy of the Queen Mary is like nothing we'd ever felt before. And as soon as we entered B340, we captured the most amazing shadow figure we've ever caught on camera. You can see it right here, as the head is outlined in front of the curtain. Here it is zoomed in, slowed down, and look at this enhanced brightness. You can see it clear as day. Class A shadow figure capture.
Woo!
It's not as good on here as
it is not. It is much better on the big screen. But it is
it was so
there's clearly someone standing there.
Hold on, I just took a photo from it.
Post it.
I'm going into as we're online, I'm going into these snapshots. Where is right there?
I mean, there's clearly someone creepily standing in the corner, just like, sup. Amazing.
It was, and the thing was, it was so black, and the head is in front of that curtain, and that's just like Janis Joplin. We had just come into the room. I want to use this.
Hi, Whisper Soul. Welcome, welcome.
Oh, it's not letting me show it. Can I hide us?
You might make us all. You might ruin this if you keep going.
What? Watch this. That's the best I can do.
That's the best you can do. There it is, everyone in the corner.
It was so amazing. I wish it was more clear. Does Whisper Soul say hi? Whisper Soul is our number one fan, Mandy. So Mandy, Whisper Soul, Mandy, Whisper Soul, as from ever since Janice, her and the What the Paranormal Ladies have been the first to comment, the first to like, the first to everything.
Super cool.
They've really been a backbone to what success HPD has had through its whole life.
Awesome. I love it.
I have a bit of a cold, so
Get it together.
sorry, eh? Sorry.
So B through 40, you walk in, you see this amazing. Well, you don't see it.
We don't see it, and that's the
but
scariest
your
part.
camera sees it.
And
And did you feel anything when you went in? Was the vibe weird? Like,
it was. How do you explain it? Hold on, let me find this. It didn't stop there. It didn't stop with the shadow figure. So we didn't know we caught the shadow figure, and we kept catching evidence that kind of culminated into a story. Check this out.
Have we witnessed a series of events leading to this knock? Starting with the shadow figure. As soon as we entered, we see the shape. The shape then moves, making a wet footprint on the ground.
Walter,
we request
with us
for a
tonight?
knock. Let us know you're here. And then during the live stream, we get what we asked for.
Hello?
Could all this be Walter J. Abramson trying to contact us?
So, where the shadow was, there was a wet footprint in a complete dry room. And I mean, it's no fault of Brian's. After the knock on the wall, Brian actually opens a case. So it sounds very similar. But the knock on the wall was like police knocking on a door. It was
Wow.
unreal. And that
That's so
footprint in the same spot.
yeah. And why would it be wet there, you know? Like they just renovated it.
Yeah, and that room was known for being wet. They would leave stuff in and it'd be wet. All the portholes were closed, all the windows were closed, everything was closed. Oh, good to see you too, Whisper Soul. I know, I missed that ship. I want to be back
We
on
all
that
do.
place. We went all the time. We were always there. My son has been twice, and he's only 6, and it's been closed for 4 years. But, now here's something I wanted to get your advice as a medium. Boom has always been the most sensitive of our team. And we don't usually mess with dark occult items. But B340, they pretty much serve them to you on a silver platter. They leave you a box with a black crystal, a crystal ball, a Ouija board. First thing I did is set up the Ouija board, set up the black crystal. I put a K2 on each one of them. I set out the tarot cards, put devices on each edge of everything. The boys were afraid to kind of touch it, kind of reluctant. And I start testing Boom. I'm like, Boom, if you would please. And he was like, I knew he was going to do it. Could you please put one finger on the crystal ball? I get you. And now put one finger. Oh, I see where you're going. One finger on the black crystal. Like I was kind of coaching Boom, and then all of a sudden, this happens. Finger on the crystal ball.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
What happened? What happened?
Man, something just burned me. Good God!
Let's get a light on.
Nay, man, what?
So there was nothing sharp on the tip of the crystal. There was nothing going on. Me and Brian both like rubbed our fingers on it, couldn't find anything. And then Boom was like kind of shivering for probably the next 10 minutes. What would you call
Energy transfer.
that event? An energy transfer?
Yeah, so I mean, crystals and crystal balls, all that, they're just conduits of energy. And when you are interacting with them in certain ways, you can transfer energy to, have energy transferred from. A lot of times when people work with crystals, they'll feel very warm heat coming off of it, very strong static-like energy. So I just think that was a whole... Both were very powerful, and because he's already so open and so sensitive, I mean, it was just an energy transfer between all of it, from him to the crystal to him, and all around.
Do you think a spirit could have done that?
It is possible, yeah. I mean, spirits can do whatever they want. So, but I just know, working with crystals, I know that if you are creating enough energy from one, you could feel that. And sometimes it is, like I have a piece of moldavite, okay? And the first time I put that moldavite in my hand, hand started to burn, and I took it off, and I had a mark in the middle of my hand, a red mark from the moldavite.
Wow.
So it's possible.
He was charged for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
He was freezing, and he was kind of freaking out. And he kept going, I don't know what to do, guys. And he was like tight, and he was just
well, if you think about it, the ball and that crystal, they're in that room 24/7. So people are coming and going, messing with it, putting their own energy into it. The spirits are probably utilizing it, because spirits can utilize that to retrieve energy from, to help manifest and do things. So those fuckers are amped up. And then you take someone like Boom, who doesn't realize it and is so sensitive.
Yeah.
Something was bound to happen.
Now, how are crystal balls used? Is it like scrying? Do you stare into
it's
the ball?
It's like scrying, yeah. You can stare. There's a couple ways you can utilize it. A lot of people just use it for show because it looks cool. I don't think a lot of people actually know how to utilize a crystal ball. But if you do want to use it the way that it's meant to be used, it's like a form of scrying. So you get into a meditative state, you stare into the ball, and it's supposed to produce images back to you.
You just stare into that sphere until you
mm-hmm.
start to see.
You can see images. It can sometimes, depending on what sense you're using, if you're clairvoyant, it will produce images to you. If you're clairaudient, you'll hear things, stuff like that. It just allows you to go into a deeper state.
Could you define scrying and those terms you just used for anyone watching?
Scrying, I know, it's like, let me do my layman's terms. Scrying is essentially the practice of staring into something.
Usually a mirror.
Typically they'll do a mirror, a black mirror, a regular mirror, but you'll stare into the mirror.
Isn't that why witches would look into their cauldron of water in that same
Water
way?
is a form of scrying. You can stare into fire. Fire is really cool because you'll see some really cool things come out of fire. So it's just you just essentially stare into it. And if you're open enough to it, it will produce things back to you to help you for yourself, to help you give a message to others, so on. It's really fun.
The neatest things I discovered was scrying what it was. When I'm like, oh, now every time I see the witch looking into the brew or the gypsy looking into the ball, I knew what they were doing. And I thought that was a milestone in paranormal education almost.
It's really cool, and especially depending too if you have if you're more if you work with elements and say you are predominantly a water sign, usually staring into a body of water will produce the best results. So you can work with the element that you were essentially born with, if that makes sense. It's
How
fun.
do you know what element you're born with?
So a lot of people will base it off their zodiac sign, but I think it's much more complicated than that. I work a lot with air and water. Fire is fun, but fire is not always my friend. But usually the element that you're most drawn to, or if you work with your zodiac sign, those can help you out.
I love the idea of scrying, and it's like I said, it blew my mind that witches were actually doing something in Disney movies.
It's all real.
I thought that was fantastic. The Queen Mary is unbelievable. I would love to go back. I want to walk the deck. I want to do the boiler room. I want to do the pool. I want to do the forward, and I want to do them all as separate episodes. I don't want to, try to hit them all in one night. I want to take some time to go to the Queen Mary.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Must go back. Must go back.
Must go back. Must go back. So after episode 1, we went into the desert and we went to Good Springs, Nevada. This was one thing people don't know is the Good Springs Cemetery and the Pioneer Saloon happened on the same night.
Okay.
Did you know that? The 2 episodes. So we weren't allowed into the Pioneer until midnight. So we were like, well, let's go do the cemetery. And the Good Springs Cemetery is an episode that I think has a cool feeling because I just put Steve Cam, Brian Cam, Boom Cam in the corner and we pretty much were there for an hour and it's an hour-long episode, and just us in the graveyard for an hour. Of that hour, we got a few voices that are so clear. I thought I would share them with all of you tonight.
See, didn't the spirit say, I heard that when you're going to get Gabby because we're leaving?
Did you hear the mommy?
I feel him? Yeah.
Oh,
that wasn't part of the spirit box that I feel him?
No.
That's
and you know
cool.
how you can tell the difference? Listen, the mommy, I edited it too quick. It's mommy, and it's really quick and really clear. And then we'll hear the I feel him again.
See, didn't the spirit say, I heard that when you're going to get Gabby because we're leaving?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel him.
That mommy
the mommy, I could hear it too.
Was
really
pretty
quick.
And there's a lot of little voices that night, but those two have always stuck out to me. Boom tried to make contact with a local who had recently passed, and I think he did in both locations. And then this is a voice from the Pioneer that I think was referencing us in the graveyard. And it's just so clear, and it's a long voice on a spirit box. And if I play it more than once, you can check it out.
Is it my imagination, or is it not as cold as it was? Are you still cold?
No, it's not as...
I'm cold.
It's not as...
Yeah.
And we're just
Holy
talking
shit.
over it. But it's,
Yeah.
why did you leave? And you can tell it's one voice over different frequencies.
Is it my imagination, or is it not as cold as it was? Are you still cold?
No, it's not as...
I'm cold.
It's not as...
Wow.
And we all got a cold chill, and then we got that, why did you leave?
Same voice, multiple frequencies.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. That's
and there
crazy.
are people that hate the spirit box.
I know, it's because they don't get stuff and they get upset, so then they hate it.
Well, like our good friend Emily from 3GD, she says she doesn't like it. But when she was with us at the mill, she was like, "Oh, I heard that. Oh, I heard that. Oh, I heard that." And I'm like, "Wait, I thought you didn't like spirit box."
That's cool.
That's pretty much it from the Good Spring Cemetery. This is a voice. Let's start with this. Good old Boom. He's not as sensitive, but he loves dowsing rods. Boom's using his dowsing rods, and he sees something, and it's a pretty intense moment. And this is one of the first times we set up a camera and a monitor because we wanted to do some more solo stuff in such a small location. You know what I mean? We gotta go back. I love the Pioneer. It's the most haunted place. I would say.
Wow.
It feels the most crowded because imagine somewhere as haunted as Nevada State Prison, but it's only 2 rooms.
Okay.
It's
feel that.
tight and it's everywhere, and you're sort of like afraid to move in the thick water.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, and this happened.
I'm gonna ask one more. Okay, I just saw something in the glass in the other room. I just saw a reflection in the glass out of the corner of my eye. So I asked.
Steven says nothing outside. Steven's coming in.
Steve, right when you come here, you're gonna see this oval window, right?
Yeah.
There was something in that oval window.
Well, that goes to outside.
Yeah, but it was on the inside. It was a reflection, Steve. Something on the inside made a reflection on that window.
What was it a reflection of?
It was just a shape. I caught it in the corner of my eye as I was looking at the rods. We know you're smart.
And see, it was intense.
You can even see he's kind of like shaking a little bit. Like you can tell that he for sure saw something.
And then this, we just essentially, I talked to Boom. We moved down the bar during the same experiment. This happened.
Can you point that rod at the bullet holes in the wall? I swear I saw this. I don't know if Brian saw it on the camera. I swear I saw like someone peeped out.
Like, so I'm sitting there filming Boom, and I look to the bar, and it's like I catch a cowboy watching us. And
yeah,
it's one of those, people describe it the same way, like in Predator, where it's shapes but clear.
Yeah.
He was invisible, but he was right there, and I saw the hat, and he tucked and ran, and I ran after him, and I remember going, "What am I doing? What if I catch him?"
Am I tripping? I feel like I heard something at the end of that clip.
Well, Boom is talking.
He is talking. Okay.
That's Boom talking. But you could. Let's check it out. You want to check it out again?
Yeah, do it again.
Can you point that rod at the bullet holes in the wall?
Thank you. Thank you so much for showing us the bullet holes.
I swear I saw this. I don't know if Brian saw it on the camera. I swear I saw like someone peeped out.
There's something there. There's something there, but I don't know what it is. At the very end, right when you say it peeked out, you
I'd like,
Yeah, there's like a weird, like there's something there, but obviously you can't confirm if that's somebody. But that's interesting.
Yeah. We got to get you the Pioneer.
I know.
Pioneer. You've never even been there?
Mm-mm.
So next time we drive that direction, we'll stop and eat, and you can see all the
I don't want to
spirits.
stop and eat. I want to investigate. Damn it.
It's not too expensive. Well, it wasn't back then. What else we got from there? So, Pioneer Saloon is haunted mainly by Paul Kowski. He was shot and killed.
Mike Wazowski.
Hey, Mike Wazowski. No, he was shot and killed by Joe Armstrong right there, and the bullet holes are still in the wall. So the bullets went through his body and through the wall. And if only we had caught Paul or Kowski or his name through some device. Oh, wait, we did.
Right here, you guys got
Freezing.
it too? Yes.
Paul.
Kowski!
No way.
Did you hear that? Yes. I got chills.
Paul Kowski, is this you? 2 9s. Let's see your hand, Paul. See if you beat me.
I did have 2 pair.
You got 2 10s, Paul. Paul! It just said Paul!
Woo!
It just said Paul!
Woo! Chills.
That is the man that took the life of Paul Kowski. Paul.
Whoa.
Did you hear that again?
There you go.
Woo!
I got so that Kowski is so
Yeah, that's really cool.
And that's before I used to loop stuff. That Kowski.
Yeah.
You don't just pick Kowski
No,
out
that
of
was
the air.
clear. That was really clear.
That
That's
blew my
awesome.
mind. And so to catch Paul Kowski, where Paul Kowski died 3 times, woo!
That's awesome. Yeah. Woo!
I get too excited. Brian makes fun of me. He's always like, "Stop." I get excited because it's
That's
not supposed
amazing.
to happen.
Did you guys leave a seat open at that table?
Yes,
Or-
and we were dealing him a hand,
Cool.
and he kept winning.
How does that work? Very cool.
What else we got? This may be, in my opinion, one of the clearest voices I've ever captured.
Okay.
And every time I hear it, I'm more impressed with it because we're not alone that much because there's only 3 of us. So it's sort of hard to be alone. Big groups, one person can separate off and everybody's together. When there's 3 of us, we might as well keep production going.
Yeah.
But Boomin stepped out, Brian had stepped out, and I was only alone for a second. And I was scared. You can see it in my eyes. And it's almost like this voice was comforting me.
I'm by myself.
How clear is that?
What?
We're with you.
Wait, did you not hear that?
I didn't hear it, but look at my
Oh,
fucking
Lord.
face. Look at my face.
I'm by myself.
Sounds like we're here with you. It's like that's
We're with you.
that's
Like,
crazy.
and I get just scared. I want to hear it again. Just listen real good. Ready?
I'm by myself.
What's at the beginning? It almost sounds
So
like
if you look, Brian had just walked out the
a
door.
okay.
And that's Brian and the door closing.
Okay. Just confirming.
Yeah.
But that's you're not alone.
We're with you. Like, tell me that voice is in there.
Oh my
Skeptic, tell me this voice
Is it my imagination or is it not as cold as
wrong one.
I'm by myself.
Impossible.
And it's a female voice.
Yes.
Got female vocal tone to it.
We're with you. It's okay. Whoever you are.
Ah! That's awesome. That's so cool.
Pioneer Saloon. And we've been there 2 times before this with other groups too.
Time to come back. Time to come back. And
Maybe a Paraflix exclusive. Return to Pioneer.
with me.
But I also, one of my best history packages I've ever edited and put together is on Pioneer. Go watch that shit. It is good.
check it out. I want to go right now.
Now, you are not the first psychic medium we've ever worked with.
What?
You're the first
That's
one
sad.
to join our team, and you are so different from a walk with Patty or a walk with Miriam the Medium from Unexplained Cases. Have you ever met or heard of Miriam?
I'm different. No, I am not.
Unexplained
But there's a lot of us out there.
It's a New York-based team, but they've kind of all moved apart. One lives in Arizona and Miriam lives here, so they're always kind of looking for people to investigate with, even though they're still connected to their team. We walked the Suicide Bridge of Pasadena with her.
Yes.
Have you been there before?
Yes.
How would you describe the Suicide Bridge?
It's weird. That's all I can say is it's weird. When I was there, I was in contact with a gentleman who I thought he had jumped, and then I was like, oh, like the responses on the obelisk that I was getting and what I was feeling were not like he didn't jump, like he was pushed. But and then for no reason, my obelisk stopped working on the bridge, and it didn't work for like a solid year after that.
What?
I don't know what they did to it, but they did something. But
We
it's active.
We had 2 pretty intense things happen. Probably 3, but I only got it down to a few clips. Miriam described it as walking as an Old West, where you walk into a ghost town and everyone opens their shutters to see the new sheriff. It was like she felt like everyone was checking her out, and there were a lot of spirits on the bridge, kind of deciding quickly whether they were to move forward or move back. You know, are we going to make contact? Or are we going to accept this person? Or are we going to move back? And it quickly decided. Half moved in, half moved out, kind of.
Interesting. That's the beauty of mediumship. We all experience it differently.
She had a very kind of stream of consciousness style of just kind of keep feeling, keep sharing. Very different. We could bring her along anytime if you wanted, and just do mediums like to work together? Is it a benefit?
Yeah, it's called linking. So you can link with another medium and tap into the same spirit, which is always interesting because you each will get very different things. So It kind of helps broaden the evidence that you get.
Well, check this out. This is pretty intense. And again, I cry.
And if we accomplished one thing tonight, we helped the spirit of Jenny cross over.
There's a female energy here. First name that popped in my head, don't know if it's right, is it Jenny?
Who came to this bridge? What brought you here? Hope?
I'm asking her if she wants help crossing over, and they're telling me that she does, and it's something we should do when we get back, and we should all do it.
Jenny, you did nothing wrong, and the people that love you will always love you, and just move on to help lift that weight off their shoulders and to move forward so they can move forward without your memory or their love for you being an anchor.
She went. We did it.
And you'll probably see, right as you said that, I saw a white flash over here. That wasn't cars. I saw a white flash. Right before you said she did it, I saw a white flash.
If you look closely, you can see the light reflect in my eye.
She won.
Wow.
And it was a weird moment that we were just supposed to be there meditating, and I just said, Miriam, I want to talk. And I guess because I'm a chatterbox, but I felt like in my head was something Jenny needed to hear. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And that's why I'm just sort of letting her know that she can cross over, and that don't let her love be an anchor, and don't let anything tie you here, and get that weight off their shoulders. And it's just so weird to see that little reflection in my tear, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a flash.
Yeah. You can see that you respond to it.
What do you think of that footage?
I think it's cool. I think it's really cool.
It was neat.
She seemed like she was very tapped in.
She's great. She won us over that night. Like, we've always been very skeptical, even the way, you know, I guess if Boom's the most sensitive, I'm the second. And that night, just like when I'm with Patty, I felt like I was a medium. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And when I was with her, I felt like things she was saying made sense. Things she was saying, I could get a visual. I would get a visual, and she would describe almost the same thing I was thinking. A lot of weird kind of connections were going on. It was very neat. And that's not the only thing. And if you notice, there was times with me with the spirit box and times with us with her. So we walked without her with our equipment afterwards and still got the name Jetty. Yeah.
That's very cool.
Oh. Did it make you sad to see that?
No.
You seem to got a little more down.
What? What? I'm listening to you talk.
I'm a little sad. There was also another pretty intense situation.
And did we answer a question from 1912 on what made people come to this bridge?
The spot people choose.
Yeah, I just got pushed over there. That's probably the first time anything's ever done that to me.
A construction worker fell into a concrete pillar and died.
He's here. And he's here, but this is his territory right here. It's just a dark energy, nothing you want to engage with.
Is he a jumper or is he human? My theory that's the man that fell in the concrete.
Nah, this guy, he's been dark for a long time.
Which is almost a catalyst for this whole bridge.
Yeah.
That's your postulation, which I agree
that's my feeling.
Yeah,
if he is a strong, negative entity that is in the center of the bridge.
He's been here a long time. Like I started feeling something when you said when the bridge was built.
1912.
Yeah, well, as soon as you said that is when I started to feel his energy build.
Him killing himself is what has led to other people having his feeling on this bridge.
Interesting.
Like some of those were the walk with Miriam, and some of those were the walk alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's so weird with that story for her to feel an entity that she kind of said was so negative that we shouldn't mess with it, and kind of rushed us by, like, hurry up.
Yeah.
And her not knowing that story, I thought that was pretty amazing.
I mean, I'm just thinking about it. It is. I mean, I can only imagine the darker stuff that's accumulated there over time too. Hold on, my laptop's gonna die.
No. And I'll be all alone.
That would be bad, right?
I'll be all alone. And with the 3 viewers we have. Come on, viewers. Where you at?
Cables right now.
Where you at, viewers? Anybody got a question? I know anybody got a question for HPD.
You know, I'm gonna throw it out there for a second. I can do that, but you don't want me to. So
Do what? What's the question? What do you mean?
keep a streamline of consciousness going. But you don't want me doing that. So
Do I not?
no.
I didn't know I didn't. Well, I guess I didn't know what technique to use. But you also
You
want
say,
to...
I don't want you going in blind. I don't want you doing this and that.
I don't.
So,
I want you to corroborate.
if you want
the
me
history.
to do a streamline of consciousness like that, you got to remove the equipment, got to move the camera.
No camera.
Just allow me to.
You don't want to be filmed?
No, remove my camera, take it away from me, that sort of thing.
Okay. Would you prefer?
But you say no, so.
No, but I thought it was because now we're getting
So
controversial.
now, I would call
thought-
you out right now.
No, but I thought you said you still wanted to use the devices and be with us for the investigation part.
Of course, but
Yeah.
it would be cool to be able to do what I do and
Do like a walk.
and lay it all out there.
Is that what?
Pull
I mean,
things
we
through.
can do it. We can do it. I thought you were just trying to be the revolutionary Mandy Maisie that uses the equipment.
No, I am. I don't know a lot of, not to call anyone out, but if you're a medium that's using equipment, please let's chat, because I'm curious. There's not a lot of people that actively do both.
Correct. That's sort of what I wanted.
because
to
it's
utilize.
hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
But see, I feel like if we did a walk with you, would you still want to investigate?
Of course.
Or would you want to walk and then be isolated and then we see if we can corroborate?
No, I still want to go with you guys.
Okay.
I want to do it all.
Okay. I'm down. I never said no, Mandy.
All right, what else you got?
So the other night, right before bed, I listened to this thing on TikTok, and it freaked me out because I've worked security places before. I'm gonna turn off the music. So imagine, put yourself in this mindset. You go to a new job, right? Are you there? Are you there?
Mhm.
Are you in that
Yeah.
mindset?
Mhm.
All right. You
My
go.
new job, I'm miserable. I'm
You're
kidding.
you're a security guard. You have a new job, and they go, "Oh, just go in there and press play on the recorder." And you hear this. It's gonna freak you out.
To the new night guard. Your shift starts at 8:04 p.m. and ends at 4:04 a.m. When you arrive to the building and relieve the other guard of your duty, you can stay in the security room as long as you want. But you have to use the...
What happened? Sorry. My internet isn't so good for my phone. Damn it. It's so scary. Well, I want to play. What a letdown. And essentially it's a security guard, and it builds and builds and builds, and it gets to, when you get off of this floor, you will see people working at their desks. They're not real. Don't make eye contact. Continue to walk all the way across. If there is a man blocking your way, do not make eye contact, but get past him. Do not look behind you, because he will try to distract you with sounds. If you get to the stairs, Go down the stairs to floor 25. You'll get off and it will still say floor 33. Do not be confused. Well, and it's like this very detailed,
Yeah.
supernatural, terrifying,
Ew.
step by step what you have to do as the security guard tonight. I'll send it to you on
Oh,
TikTok.
no.
And it's so scary, and it's like 5 minutes long.
It's like a real life Twilight Zone.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. Yeah, it freaked me out an awful lot.
Oh. And it's real?
I don't know. No one knows.
I don't think so. I'm good.
Mandy, we got some big things coming up, don't we?
We do. Mm-hmm.
We're not gonna say when, but we're heading to Goldfield. Oh my gosh.
I'm really
We're
excited to
gonna
go back out there.
sleep in the Clown Motel, investigate the Goldfield City. Not gonna
I
say
will
what
not be
building.
sleeping in the Clown Motel. I'll be staying awake in my bed in the Clown Motel.
I will be sleeping. I cannot wait to have a place to myself. That'll be great. Sleep. We're gonna eat dinner at the Mizpah.
Yes.
It's gonna be a good trip. We'll drive through. My beard is so long. We'll drive through Death Valley. We're gonna have a good time, and we've got something unique for HPD. We've got that private residence coming up that it keeps
cool.
building and building. You guys wait. This could be a full 2-hour documentary, just all the history, and we're gonna be there so long. If it's gonna be
great. I'm really excited for this. It's a untouched location.
Yeah. And we're gonna put it on the map.
It'll be cool. Shout out to Elsie.
We're keeping it.
It's a name. No one's gonna know.
We're keeping it a secret for a little bit.
Shout out to Elsie.
Elsie.
It'll be cool. I'm really excited.
Well, Mandy, I think we're gonna cut it short. We a little under an hour, but you know what? HPD Live is still here every week, bringing you what you want. Unless you guys don't want us, is somebody whispering in the ears of our guests don't go? What I think it is it's hard to book guests, and so I'll book 2 months worth of guests. And then once you get to their day, I think people forget and just go, oh,
yeah.
And they cancel. But then you try to book people short and they all, well, I'm not ready. Give me a little time. I'll book you in a month. And then they cancel. We might get some repeats. We might get Patty back, might get Earl back, maybe Matt, get some people come back.
Yeah.
Get the flow going again.
Cool.
Well, I think that's it. To get your HPD merch, go to teespring.com, and to make things like this show happen, join our Patreon, and you can see that Camarillo investigation with Mandy Maisie. Paraflix, Kia Mill, on now. Bonus footage coming soon. For HPD, for Mandy Maisie, for Brian Ray, for Boom, for all of us. Good night.